Hi, Internet. Here's a demo of some hand tracking in augmented reality applied to some interactive terrain and water. If I press my hands into the surface, you can see that I leave a bit of an impression. I can use my hands to sculpt the terrain to my heart's desire. I can use either my fingers, the edge of my hand, my palm. I can also dip my hands into the water to create some satisfying ripples. Let's create a smooth incline coming up from the water here. And you can see that the texture of the terrain varies based on the incline. So steeper inclines will have a rocky texture, while the flatter surfaces will have this grassy texture. And I'll just use my right hand to carve out some features here. While we're at it, let's carve ourselves a happier world with a little happy face. Can also use both of my hands and dig out a little bit of a valley here. Maybe use the edge of my hand to smooth the valley out. And overall, this technique is fairly intuitive. What I'm doing is I'm rendering the hand meshes from the perspective of the terrain and basically comparing the depth of the hands to the current height of the terrain. So anytime the hands go deeper than the terrain will go down to follow. And because it's an image-based technique, it will also open the door to some image-based filtering. So by raising the water plane, I've created a bit of a river. Just going to poke my fingers into here to see what happens. Maybe smooth that edge out, and I will blur out the terrain, which will cause it to appear smoother. So, because it's just an image, I'm able to apply Gaussian blur to the height map, and that causes the terrain to smooth out. Let's dig a few more valleys here. And because this is viewed through a head-mounted display, I'm able to actually kneel down into this terrain and get up close to see what's going on. I can wiggle my fingers here to get a little bit of erosion. And I can also multiply a couple noise textures together to create some randomized terrain. Can do a little karate chop to level these mountains. And let's finish off with a little river here. I'll just adjust the water level slightly. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to continue experimenting on these devices.